Hey everyone, how are you doing today? I hope it's an amazing week. I have a couple questions for you today. Are you headed where you intended to head? Are the tasks you are doing taking you where you were hoping they would take you? We set our goals, we set our tasks, we do the work, but is it taking you where you intended it to take you? Is it helping you reach your goal? Does doing the tasks automatically mean we're going to succeed? Sometimes, but not all the time. And sometimes simply doing the task is the success, right? But sometimes we need to reevaluate what we're doing. How do you do that? And when do you do that? These are great questions. Let's talk about the how first. When it's time to reevaluate, write down what you're doing. And be real about it. Like, you may have in your mind that you need to do stuff, but are you doing it all? So write down what you're actually doing and ask yourself, what is this accomplishing for me? Sometimes we find it's accomplishing something else that we didn't intend for it to accomplish, but it's a good thing that's getting accomplished. So we might keep the task. And sometimes we realize this is not doing anything that I needed it to do. It's wasting my time. So then you're going to ask yourself, is this something that I need to revamp a little? Or is it something I need to toss out altogether? Or keep it as is? Because what it is accomplishing is great and helpful. Or maybe it's even accomplishing what you want it to accomplish. So those are the things you're going to ask yourself. You're going to write down all your tasks. I'm writing a newsletter for my whoever it's for. Is it reaching them? Is it getting the message across? Is it being read at all? Why are you writing the newsletter? Is it accomplishing that task? Perhaps you are keeping records of something and you're doing the data entry. Why are you keeping those records? Are those records helpful to accomplish the purpose for which you are keeping them? I was doing this earlier this week, actually. I'm heading up the booster club for the performing arts group at my girls' school. And I was handed the job this year. We have all these records in different formats, the list of names of people. We have lists here and we have a list there and we have a list, I feel like we have list of members everywhere because I keep it on my computer for one purpose and the treasurer keeps it on her computer for another purpose and the secretary of the organization keeps it on her computer for a whole other purpose, and we change records and they're not in sync. It drives me mad. Of course, nowadays we have something like Google Docs, right? Where you can all share the same document and change it for your purposes, and it changes for everyone, and everyone's, sometimes these systems take time to change over and from old to new, and since it's all volunteer positions, it takes even longer, right? Because you only have so much time to give to certain volunteer positions. But think about those kinds of things. What purpose is it serving? What did you want it to serve? Is it the best format to accomplish that? Is there an easier or faster way to do it? All kinds of questions you can ask yourself. So, when is it time to revamp? Or rather, reevaluate? Do I do it weekly? Do I do it monthly? Do I do it semi-annually or annually? The answer is yes to all of the above. And when you do it weekly, really, it's a quick thought of it. Ask yourself these questions. How did last week go? What was successful? What worked? What didn't? It's a quick, just, okay, these cups, sometimes some things are easy to, that didn't work at all. Toss, start from scratch, right? Like when I'm revamping my schedule. Okay, let's try doing these tasks at this time. See if that works better. Oh my gosh, last week was a disaster. Why was it a disaster? Was it a disaster because of the schedule itself, or was it because life happened and exploded your schedule on you? That will tell you right there. So, okay, maybe we need to try that schedule one more week because life just exploded last week. So it didn't, that schedule didn't get a fair shot. So there we are again. Or it exploded because the schedule was all wrong. It didn't work at all. We have to move things around. Let's do things at different times or in a different order. Maybe your brain it didn't follow that thought process and one task didn't flow into the next and it was all jumbled. Who knows? All kinds of reasons it doesn't work, right? So do a quick weekly, what's working, what isn't, what do I need to do? Then, monthly, what worked last month? What didn't work last month? I tried doing some classes last month. Yeah, they were terrible. People said they were all at the wrong times. They couldn't really attend the classes. Okay, time to reschedule those, try different times, or maybe people really weren't interested in those topics. So you need to, totally change topics that you're doing classes on, or maybe it was people aren't interested in the format. Maybe instead of doing a class where where they are part of a group and with you, maybe they prefer one-on-one sessions. Maybe they need just a video to check into on their own time, or, sometimes you have to just nitpick, ask questions. If you're not really good at that, find someone who is and chat with them. Maybe it's working with your kids, right? Maybe it's, okay, I really like to be interactive with my daughter. She's, almost 3, whatever age your kids are. So what is she capable of doing? What kind of mess do you feel like having created in your house? Maybe you want to go on walks with your kids. Maybe you want to help them get outside, be in the playground, I don't know, experience things, experiment with things, all kinds of things you can do. Well, okay, were they interested in those tasks or in those activities last week? Maybe they weren't, maybe not at all. Okay, so let's think of totally new ones. Maybe they oh my gosh, that was so much fun. It went over so great. We're going to do that every week. Okay, then you do it every week. So you check at the end of the month. They're kind of getting tired of this one. Maybe we'll set it aside for a while and come back to it in a few months. Or nope, it's still super fun. We're totally going to do this every week for a while still. Who knows? What are your goals? Are the tasks that you are doing to help you reach the goals actually helping you reach the goals? Do you need to revamp? Do you need to throw it out? Do you need to keep it exactly as it is? These are the thoughts. These are the questions. And then, of course, weekly checking in quick, monthly checking in quick, semi-annually and annually. Look at what you're doing and see if you can do better. See if you can help yourself reach your goals in an easier way, in a faster way, in a better way, in a more efficient way, all of those kinds of things. So I hope this was helpful for you. Give me a like if it was. Pass this on to someone who popped in your head like, oh my goodness, this person needs to hear this. Share this video with them. Comment below something that you might really be struggling on, or a question that you're kind of stuck on. We can absolutely, or a task that really works for you. Maybe some of us need a tip. Anyways, I love you guys. Hope you have a fantastic week. Don't forget to hit subscribe so you don't miss a beat, and I will talk with you again later.